Hello, welcome to CubePuzzleFun. This is a YouTube channel where my name is Alex, try to teach you how to do twisty puzzles in a way that is easy to understand. Not always the fastest, but as best I possibly can, the way that's easiest to understand. This is the 4x4 Rubik's Cube, and I have made a couple videos about phase one. Phase one is getting all of these center blocks completed. So that's where we are. Had to start over again, but that's all right. We have a six-sided cube where all six of the center blocks are assembled. And now we can get on with phase two. Phase two is pairing up all of our edge pieces. And just to recap briefly a little bit, the reason why we are doing this, getting all of our centers and then pairing up all of our edges, is because once we have that done, once phase two is done and we have all of our edges paired up, this will pretty much become just a regular Rubik's Cube at that point, a regular 3x3 Rubik's Cube, because you will have like corners by themselves, edges that are paired together, so these two will be the same as one, and since all of these centers will be paired up in phase one, they will be like one piece. So instead of a 4x4, this method is called reduction, and basically you reduce it to a 3x3 cube. So that is what we're doing in phase two, is getting all these edges paired so that we will basically have what is essentially a 3x3 cube, and you could solve it as normal at that point, except that in phase three you could end up with a parity, but that's something we'll look at in phase three. We don't have to worry about that in phase two yet. So I have six centers paired up, and I am looking for some edges that I can pair. How about I start with this red and blue, since I see another red and blue. The way we want to pair these up is we need to get them across from one another. So they need to be like this instead of at this 90-degree angle that they're currently at. So I need a way to move this red-blue over to here without moving this red-blue up there. This needs to stay where it is. This needs to go over here. So I am going to swing this up to the top for a second, out of the way, while I swing this one over, and then I will swing this red-blue back down. And now this red-blue and this red-blue are perfectly lined up for how you want them to be in order to pair them. They are across from each other. They are not on the same hemisphere. This one's in the top, this one's on the bottom. And this one is showing blue, and this one is showing red. Those are the three conditions that you want in order to know that they are ready to be paired. So we can now swing this red-blue, pair it with this red-blue, and then these two are paired. But in order to do that, we have messed up all four of these centers going around, so we can't leave that way. So let's get back to our red-blue that we paired up. We need to put that up top where it's safe, and then move it out of the way, move it over to the back there, and then put this back so that we have blue in the top, blue in the bottom, red in the top, red in the bottom, green in the top, green in the bottom. That lets us know that we can put all of these centers back the way they were, and then all the way around. It's all set, and we managed to pair up this one red-blue pair. So that's safely over here, up in the top row. I'm going to treat the yellow as the top. And now we need something else along this equator here that can be paired up. So I'll take anything. Let's see this orange blue. Is there another orange blue somewhere? Here's an orange blue. So we need this orange blue. We got one here, orange blue here. We need to get these across from each other. So we need to get this up to the top in the upper hemisphere. And we need the blue side facing up. So I think that can be accomplished by just swinging this bottom around and swinging this top up. Yes, indeed, that has the blue-orange and the blue-orange. When we swung this up to the top, I'm just noticing, because I was paying real close attention, that we also sort of inadvertently swung our red-blue pair that we paired up back down into the equator. So you probably want to pay attention to that and put that somewhere back up to the top. Make sure that you're not moving that down. It's kind of important because, well, it's kind of unimportant because actually when you move this to pair these two, you're actually going to just move it right back. But for the sake of our sanity and not messing up what we just accomplished, I'm going to put it back on the top so that we're not even worried about it at all. Here again, we have the blue-orange in the lower hemisphere, the blue-orange in the upper hemisphere, across from each other, ready to be paired up. So let's go ahead and pair those up. There they go, blue-orange, blue-orange. And then let's move them up to the top, the yellow side, to protect them. Twist them around so that we can move this right back down the way it was a second ago. And then all these, you can check these before you move it back, but they're all fine. Red, red, green, green, orange, orange, blue, blue. Okay, so we are going to swing these back. Now all of our centers are correct, and we have two pairs up top. We have this blue orange and this blue red. Cool. I'm going to time lapse a little bit and get one more up to the top, and then I'll start filling in the bottom. A lot of this is very repetitive once you begin to understand the method, what you're doing. I'm going to time lapse this next one, and then I'll show you a couple on the bottom too. Now I have three pairs paired up. I have one on this side, one on this side, and one in the back. I'm going to leave this one unpaired right now because I like to save something that I can still move around. And I'm going to forget about the yellow top now, and I'm going to repeat that same process, pairing them up and storing them along the bottom, and put three along the bottom in the side, side, and back, the same way I did in the top, side, side, and back. So now I have three edges paired up top on the yellow side. I have three edges paired down on the bottom on the white side. I have left the front all unpaired so that I still have something to twist. And while you're doing this, you'll end up needing to sort of, move the open slot over to the side sometimes, and move it, wherever it needs to go so that you can twist. So that's a good breaking point since my videos can only be 15 minutes long on this channel, and that's half of the edges. There are 12 edges, 12 edge pairs that need to be paired on a 4x4 Rubik's Cube, and we have paired 6 of them, 3 up top, 3 down on the bottom. So I will, in the next video, show you how to get the other 6. The last 2 or 3 can be a little bit tricky. But yeah, that'll be in the next video. Thanks for joining us here on CubePuzzleFun. And yeah, we're going to get this 4x4 cube. All right, peace.